Welcome to Photo Finds. I am your host, Kevin Yee. We did an experiment last week where we tried an alternate format, but we're back to the usual format this week of just looking at pictures and kind of in a more close-up way and not trying to cover all of the news. We begin this week in New Fantasyland, where we have a view here of the mermaid attraction under the sea. It's gotten even more of the sort of ornate coverings and the rooftops you'll see here. And we're switching views slightly to some girders that are now going up for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Coaster. Now, as you see, this is going to be a bit of a mountain here, and it's taking place in front of, or in the center part of the land. This shot is taken from the Storybook Circus area, and you can see that it will be a nice, interesting sort of counter angle to the Beast Castle in the background there. And this is also taken from the Storybook Circus area, Beast Castle on the left, and now this is a piece of Under the Sea Little Mermaid attraction rising up on the right. So this is obviously a super zoomed in image, but it is interesting to see that the pieces are kind of fitting together in a different way. Now these girders are sticking up so that if you are standing from, say, Winnie the Pooh, as about this shot was taken, you'll see that the wall for Seven Dwarfs and the addition of these girders to make the mountain is going to result in hiding quite a bit of the Voyage of the Little Mermaid ride from the front, so to speak, and you're going to have to go around the little mountain there to see the mermaid attraction, which I don't know that I think is necessarily a bad thing, because they will have more of a sense of discovery once you do get to the mermaid attraction. Here's a view of something you've probably seen if you've been in the parks in the past couple of years at nighttime. Some of the custodial folks will use water to paint Mickey and Minnie figures, mini Disney figures actually, on the ground itself. Not a lot of merchandise updates, but here's one. This is a Remy kind of chef's hat available for sale both at the Main Street Confectionery and we saw it again at the France Pavilion in Epcot. Test Track is closing very soon. You've got about a week left until Test Track goes down for its refurbishment. Now, they haven't said exactly what will be changing. We do know that Chevrolet will be the new focus rather than General Motors. We don't know what that will mean in terms of the attraction's experience. Perhaps the queue will change. Certainly the post-show looks to be an obvious candidate for change. Early rumors suggested there would be changes on the inside of the attraction as well. It's not certain how much of that will come to fruition. Here's something we took a quick trip on over the weekend. We went to Old Key West and rented one of these whaler boats here. It seats about 6 people comfortably. And we took it out for a spin on the Sassagoula River. You take this river all the way up to the Port Orleans area. So you go past Old Key West and you go around this bend in the curve here and just pass all the other Disney pontoon boats. Those are the free transportation. We are piloting our own boat, you remember, and that can be interesting to go through those narrow canals and past the treehouse villas, as you see here. And this is really the view that I liked the most, is you kind of look like an old Florida away from the parks kind of view, and you get it right there within the Disney World property. And so this is a marvelous, relaxing way to spend an hour or so on your vacation. Here we are at Port Orleans Riverside on this side of the bank. So we're switching over to Typhoon Lagoon very briefly. I thought I would show you while we were here, not just a shot down the water slide, I guess, the water coaster, but as well the prices. So we showed you somewhat recently the prices at Blizzard Beach. Here are prices at the Typhoon Lagoon eateries. It's crept up to about $8 or $9 for most of the entrees. I'm going to slide the image over and you see the other entrees also $7, $8, or $9. We also found this hut selling some, I believe it was chili dogs as well, just kind of an overflow location for selling food during the busy Easter season. That brings us to the end of this episode of Photo Finds. We thank you for your attention, as always, and we will catch you next time.